Good morning everyone, I am Mark Louis B. Apan from BSI2A and today I'm going to discuss the two hand tools in our home, which is the measuring tape and the hammer. Let's start with measuring tape. A tape measure or measuring tape is a type of hand tool typically used to measure size, distance, and it is like much longer flexible ruler consisting of a case, thumb block, blade tape, hook, and sometimes a belt clip. A tape measure will have imperial readings, metric readings, or sometimes both. They are commonly measuring tool used in professional trades and simply around the home. There are some part of the measuring tape and it serves their own purpose. We have highlighted them and their functions below. Now, let's start with the case. Case is where the tape blade is housed. This often determines how durable the tape is as a whole. Some tape measures houses are made from plastic metal, some from plastic, and other from robust rubber, which has been drop tested to withstand the impact of the job site. So, yung pagka nahuhulog, this is one of the most important para hindi siya madaling masira. Next is the case length. On the back of the tape measure, you will find the case length. It is essentially the length of the case, but it is great addition to your tape. It comes in handy when you want to measure round corners, used like in the housing for inside measuring instead of bending the tape. Next is the thumb block. The thumb block is designed to keep your tape in place at your desired length. It steps your tape from automatically retracting back into its housing when carrying out measurements. Simply release the thumb block to put the tape measure back in the case. So, ito yun. Pag ginanon, tapos itinataas lang to, malalak na siya. Next is blade tape. The most important part of your tape measure. The blade, this one, is what gives your measurement. Imperial units are usually on the top row and metric on the bottom. Most of the tape itself has two part, sometimes feet and the other one is meter. Next is the hook. It is located at the end of the tape. Comes in handy when measuring hard surface such as tables. You may notice that the hook is loose. This is intentionally to ensure accuracy. If the hook has a hole in it, this is so it can grip into screws. So yung iba daw may butas, so it can grip on screws. Next is belt clip. That's what it says on the tin. The belt clip simply allows the measuring tape to be hooked on your belt. So, it can always have you in hand. So, this one yan. And moving forward to how to read a measuring tape. To ensure the precision of your project, follow our tips and tricks below. The motto to live by is measuring twice and cut once. So, dapat daw, dalawang beses nating measure so it can get its accurate size. Metric measurements on the measuring tape are displayed in the millimeters or centimeters, sometimes foot, and whereas imperial measurements are in feet, inches, and fractions of inches. Metric readings are commonly used in the UK, however, this is purely down to personal preference. Imperial measurements are usually found in red or on the top of the blade, whilst the metric measurements are in black or in the bottom. So, yan, kaganito. Feet yung nasa taas, tas yung nasa baba naman ay meter. Imperial tape measurements on the standard tape measures the biggest marking is the inch mark. It is written as large numbers sitting to the left, to the right, so 1 is to 1 meter. The foot measurement shows up in the 12 inch and written as 1 feet, 1.5 in the second largest line, 1/4 in the third longest line, shortest line is 1/8 and the second shortest line is 1/16. It is the shortest line on the imperial measurement, which indicates a 16th on the inch. While the measuring tape measures, the 1 meter marking is located at the 100 centimeter and it is indicated by 1 meter. The centimeter is the longest line on the metric side of the blade. It is indicated by a large number. It is found at every 10th millimeter, marking 1 is to 1 cm. The millimeter is the smallest metric measurement on the blade indicated by the smallest line rather than a number of fraction. Every pip millimeter line is slightly longer to indicate the halfway point between centimeters. Keep your tape measurement clean and cool. That's how to maintain its value, and wipe down the tape after each use with a clean lint pre-cloth. Tape measurement should always be kept away from direct sunlight and extreme heat to prevent the blades from expanding or stretching. Yup. Moving forward to our next tool, we have this hammer. A hammer is a tool, most often a hand tool, consisting of a weighted head fixed to a long handle that is swung to deliver the impact to a small area, which is an object. This can be an example of a drive nail, a wood, to shape metal, or sometimes to crush a rock. What are some safety tips to know when using this hammer? So one, we should avoid doing what? Do you have any idea? Okay, I got you. Do not use hammer with a loose or damaged handle. So if the handle is damaged, it is dangerous to use. Next is do not use handles that are wrapped, cracked, broken, splintered, sharp edge, or loosely attached to head. Yung mga maluluwag and some not very good in this case. Do not use hammers with a sharp edge as they can cut off circulations in your finger after long periods of use. So there are some issues yung iba. And also, do not use hammers head with dents, cracks, chips, mushrooming, or excessive wear. Dito yun sa head, makikita natin, especially when the iron is too old. Next is, do not use hammer for any purpose for which it was not designed or intended. So one of the issues sa Pilipinas is being parang, what do you call this term? Maparaan, ganon. But if it is not designed for that thing, I suggest not to use it because it can cause danger. Next is, do not use hammer to strike another hammer. Other hard metal objects, stones, or concrete. So, hindi daw dapat sabay. Avoid awkward position when using the hammer to prevent stains. Mamaya, nagkaganyan ka. Oh. So, do not avoid that. Do not redress, grind, weld, or reheat thread a hammerhead. Do not strike with the side or cheek of the hammer. Wag daw paganiti hampas. So, that is it. To maintain its cleanliness and also its quality, we can store it in a room temperature and avoid splashing water on this because this one can be rusty, just like this one. And that's it. Again, I am Mark Louis B. Apan from BSI 2A, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.